we're now joined by an election observer and analyst to give us an insight on the development. His name is Dr. Suleiman. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the News Hour.
Thank you very much and good evening for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Good evening and thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
For some people, Professor Mahmoud still has a couple of weeks left in his position. Is it common for him to step down now?
Not really, but I think it's a good decision and maybe a personal decision of his. As I understand from insiders around INEC, he was thinking that the next election that Nigeria has ahead, or that INEC has on its calendar, is coming up early November, which is just about 4 weeks from now. And that's also around the time that he is due to leave office as well. That's on November 9. So that means the new person coming in, or there would be, INEC will probably be having an election conducted with an acting leadership, which is something that has not really happened before. So he decided to, based on what I heard from insiders, he decided to exit the stage earlier in order to give the government and the system enough time to appoint someone else so that there will be a seamless kind of transition. So I think that's primarily the reason.
Now, the National Council of State is coming up this Thursday, and the president is expected to nominate Mahmoud's successor. What do you make of some of the names that have been made public?
Well, I cannot make anything of the names because the only name that matters is the one that the president submits to the Senate and the one that he speaks to the National Council of State about. And so far, that has not yet happened. So I don't think it makes sense for people to be considering any names. You know, we've had 3 or 4, 5 names bandied around so far, which means that at least each one of them has just about 20% kind of chance, because only one person can be nominated as chairman of INEC. So I don't think it makes much sense to be talking about the names that have been suggested. There's only one name that matters, which is the name that the president is going to submit any moment from now. Yes.
So finally, what is the task ahead of the next INEC chairman? Consolidation or reformation?
Thank you very much. I think that's the most important issue that we should all be focused on. If you look at it, if you look at Nigerian elections, you can divide from 1999 to date, you can divide them into 2 periods. You can say the period before 2011 and the period between 2011 and to date. The period between 1999 and 2010, most of our elections were quite problematic. And, you know, a lot of this is quite clear, not just in terms of what people were saying about the elections, but also visibly in terms of the evidence on the ground. But from the electoral reform system in 2010, through the period of Atairu Jega, to the 10 years of Mahmoud Yakubu, we have had our electoral system has been getting better and better and better. So the issue now is, and to be honest with you, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu has done his very best in the country, I mean for the country and for Nigerian elections. And I assure you, over the next few years and months, people will begin to see how much that he has done. And so the real challenge now lies in whether we'll be able to consolidate this, as you said, rightly put, or whether we're going to have a reversal, which is what I strongly fear. Because the problem with democracy is that it's not a linear process, you know. Development is not linear. People go back and forth. So some institutions, they make gains, and then suddenly you find that those gains are abrogated or undermined by some challenges that come at some point again. So what we all wish for in this country is that the president appoints somebody who has the capability, who has the maturity, the sort of calmness that both Jega and Mahmoud Yakubu have demonstrated over the past 15 years, and the sort of expertise about Nigerian election and the kind of independence of thought, independence of mind to conduct elections, free and fair elections in Nigeria, and declare whoever wins as winner without fear or favor. We hope that the president will do that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Suleiman, for joining us and for sharing your insights.
Thank you very much. Yeah.